Alrighty, welcome to the Hunt Studio. This is your show host, Hunter, and today I'm talking about this painting here. I'm gonna be honest. Give me just a second. So I had some plans. I was not in the mood to talk for 18 minutes and 38 seconds. Was not in the mood to do it. So, in turn, I picked up a book that I started months ago and never picked up after that. Got about 100 pages in and stopped completely. I picked the book up and started reading, and it was a Star Wars book, and this piece actually turned out kind of spacey, so I figured it'd be perfect. Absolutely perfect to read a little piece of that book in a voiceover in this painting. So, I picked the book up. I was on page 93. And then 18 minutes passed by like nothing else, like nothing. And I had read 10 pages, and I accidentally tapped a button and deleted the voiceover. Okay, that's fine. I was kind of getting into the book anyway, so I was like, you know what? I'll just read another 18 minutes. So I read another 18 minutes of this book, and again, I was getting pretty into the book, so, I was just making sure it was recording, and it was recording. It was doing fine. And then I read about 10 seconds past the video time. So it was like 18 minutes and 40 some odd seconds. And then all of a sudden, my phone rebooted. My phone is where I've done my editing and all this, and the reading, and the whole process is done on my cell phone. My phone reboots by itself. It just restarts. It goes black, and then it cuts back on. I don't know why. I pull the app back open where I'm editing my video, and the voiceover is gone. It wasn't saved. So, I'm frustrated at this point. And then I turn around, I'm like, you know what? Let's do it one more time. So I start reading. And I'm reading. And I'm reading. And I'm reading. And then I look down after about 15, 16, 17 minutes of reading. I look down and realize I hadn't pressed record. I was not recording my voice as I was reading. So that was 3 times. Hey, we can look at the the positives in the situation. Number one, the first 18 minutes were absolutely terrible because I haven't read out loud, while reading. I haven't read out loud in a long time, probably about 5 years, honestly. It's been a long time. So it was scratchy, it was terrible, I was mispronouncing words, and I was getting warmed up, per se. But and then the second time I read it, the story just wasn't very interesting, if I'm being honest. It wasn't interesting. It was kind of draggy, and I was reading really fast to try and get to the better parts, and it wasn't very good. And the third time, I was just frustrated and upset, and I wasn't really into the reading. I was just upset the whole time. And then I'm at the point where I'm just like, to heck with it, okay? Just to heck with it. I'm not even going to do it. It was not meant to be. 3 times I tried. 3rd time was not the charm. So here I am. I'm doing something a little bit different. So that was my story this morning. I'm trying to get this video put out and have it of decent quality, and things are against me, I suppose. So, perseverance. We're going to do it. I'm doing it. No matter what, this video is going on YouTube today. No matter what it takes. It's going on. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It's going on YouTube. So, this piece, This piece starts out with every piece that I've been doing for the last year. I literally start. I don't know what in the world I'm about to create. I have no idea. I don't think. I do not think. And this is the crazy thing. I don't think about what I'm about to do. Literally all I do is I look at the stuff that I have on person, on hand. I look, and I started with a canvas, right? I'm like, okay, a canvas, I'm doing a painting. And I look over, I'm like, okay, where are my paint supplies? I have a handful of paints, small handful of brushes, and a cup to put some water in. So I gather my supplies, what I have, and then I pick a color palette out of this small collection of paints that I have. Actually, technically, my wife has the paint collection. I just borrowed them without her permission, but she loves the piece anyway, so love you, baby. Mwah. Anyway. So I start doing things. I start like slapping paint on the canvas, and it turns into whatever it turns into. And honestly, I don't care if it turns into something good. I don't care if it's bad. I don't care. I just enjoy the process. And this was one of the times where it actually looks kind of good. It actually doesn't start looking good towards like probably halfway through the piece, I think. Right here is where I realized like, oh, it looks kind of like a sky. And then I was trying to make this little swoosh that I had started with kind of integrate into something. I was like, it looks like it's something flying in the sky. So I made it, you know, gave it some little whiskers like it's flying or something. And then I tried to mimic this little, what was going on the left. I tried to mimic it on the right. And you'll see here in just a second, it didn't quite work out as well as I thought it would. Or as I wanted it to, anyway. But right now, I'm kind of bringing life to this whatever I have going on here, the little swirly deal that I started out with. And I will say this, when I first start out, whatever I start with, the first like couple of motions with the paint or the drawing or whatever, it always sticks out. It always looks different than the rest of it, than the rest of the piece, because I'm kind of getting in the flow of it, kind of get in the feel of what do I want to do. And when I realize, oh, this isn't exactly what I want to be doing, and then I find out what I actually want to be doing, the form and the method, the whatever, it just looks different by the end of the piece. And so I try to integrate the different, the original usually ends up sticking out the most. It usually kind of becomes the centerpiece. But that's kind of what I did on this one. And so what I did actually was kind of cool. This is probably about the part where I started to really like the piece and kind of build it up to something. And like I was saying earlier, I'm trying to reproduce over here on the left side, or on the right side, I'm trying to reproduce what I made on the left. It didn't work exactly the same, and so I kind of got frustrated with it, but I mean, it is what it is. It looked good. But towards probably about the halfway point, after I'm just kind of like mindlessly doing things on the painting or on the drawing, whatever it is I'm doing, I just mindlessly do it up until it hits a certain point, and then it starts to look like something, and then I kind of force it into that direction, if that makes sense. Like with the space theme, I was like, you know what, I'm going to push the space theme and, the outer space. And so I tried, and I just kept doing the same method over and over and over again, and I pushed it in that direction that I liked. And here I took a paintbrush, and just started like tapping the end of it, and it was kind of cool. I never, what am I trying to say? Basically, I was doing this because I was just kind of hyped up on coffee, really. This is just what it was. I was hyped up on coffee, and I was just tapping really fast and just kind of mindlessly on the painting or on the canvas, and just did whatever I did. And so you look back at the acrylic painting that I did last time in a couple of videos back, And you see where I started out with a white canvas, but it was like splattered with green and pink paint. I'd actually gotten two of those pieces just like that. Two canvases just like that. And this is the second one. But instead of just starting with, you know, how I bought it, I decided to paint it black to kind of start out. Just to give it a different, just do something different with it. It was cool. Just do something different. But this actually, I didn't realize this color right here that I'm making right now was beautiful. It was so pretty. I did not realize how pretty it was until it dried. And I'm looking at it, you know, earlier this morning when I woke up, and it was so good. It looked so pretty. So I'm really proud of what I did. I'm glad one thing I'm really proud of is the fact that I found my style. You know, that's something I always got frustrated over about. When I was younger, I'd always copy other people's stuff, and, you know, I'd copy other people's stuff, and it would look good, but it would look exactly like something else someone else had created. And so I kind of drifted away from that, and I kind of found my style, basically, and that now this is a one-of-a-kind piece. This is not copied, and it'll never be copied unless someone else copies it. And this is where I'm actually taking a little bit of inspiration, because I've been watching some Dragon Ball Super. I watched the new Broly movie that came out and kind of got inspired by that to throw in a little bit of appreciation, if you will. And yeah, that design right there is copied, but this whole piece itself as a whole was not copied. I made this all on my own, and all my own ideas, and that's what's cool. Used to, I would copy other people's ideas and 100% copy someone else's work and call it my own, and even like portray myself as the artist, and that was lying and stealing and plagiarism and all that fun stuff. But now I don't really worry about it because I do my own thing, and I don't care, you know. I don't care if it looks good, I don't care if it looks bad, it looks how it looks, and that's what it looks like. You were distracting me.
I'm sorry.
You were distracting me. You are. You drank wine and you got tipsy?
Baby, don't.
Well, that's going on the internet. I'm sorry.
Don't tell the internet.
That's going on the internet. My wife got drunk, everybody.
No.
Yay. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Anyway, so this piece, I'm kind of done talking about the piece, if I'm being honest. There's a saying, what's it called? The starving artist. The starving artist. I'm actually currently experiencing that right now. It's kind of funny because I'm over here doing artwork and I'm hungry as crap. And I went to look in my pantry and I have like cereal, but no milk. Like that's pretty much all I have. I mean, I got ramen noodles, but crap, I live off of that stuff. So I'm going hungry right now. But no, I'm about to go to the grocery store as soon as this is done. So I'm gonna buy me some groceries and do that. I gave a little bit of a house tour, so a month or so ago, maybe. And I feel the need to do a bit of an update on that because I also did this 30-day challenge, which I'm still working on, day 25, but anyway. And with my, I'm going through the house picking stuff and throwing it away or giving it away, donating it or selling it, just getting rid of it. I have basically done a lot of renovating on the place, and it's changed a lot, and it's still changing. I changed a whole bunch of it today. And I kind of feel the need to do another video. Also, another video idea I have is to, I got a couple of ideas. I've got me talking about my old art. I was going to flip through my old art back before I really found my style, and when I first started, and I was like really copying other people's stuff. And you'll see the inspiration behind this. This actually kind of carries on and pays homage to my old, quote unquote style, copying other people's. I was drawing a lot of Dragon Ball Z characters, so that kind of pays homage to that. So, but anyway, I want to flip through my old stuff and do like this big massive video just talking about stuff that I've done previously, and I think that would be cool. That'd be really neat. That also, I was thinking about showcasing my mother's stuff. She's got a couple of pieces, and my mom passed away several years ago, and I think that would be a good idea to kind of just pay homage to her, is show off her stuff and the things that she did while she was alive, and also show you the pieces that I created in appreciation, or in, what's the word I'm looking for? Inspiration of her. She's a big inspiration as to why I do art today, which is cool. So I think that would be a cool idea to break out some of her pieces, things that she's done. Art stuff, that's really what I'm trying to do, is just art related videos. And that's it. I mean, I will say this. I want to point this out. I'm a very lazy person. I'm not driven. I'm lazy. I don't like to do a whole lot of stuff. I do like 2 or 3 things a day that are like productive, and I call it a day. I sit and watch anime, or I watch YouTube videos, and I mean, and the most consistent thing that I do is drawing. That's one thing I can get really, really motivated about, and really amped up to do. But in turn, I'm just lazy. I like to play video games. I like to watch a whole lot of anime, and I mean, that's what I do. So I've got this this setup that's kind of pays homage to that, and I want to show you guys. I was making a point with that, but I forgot my point. Chalk it up to being lazy, I suppose. Let's see. I need to get a better setup. I've got a little, my little recording setup is not the best. It's actually just a miscombobulation, really. It's just a collection of crap that I found putting together. This little bitty cheap tripod wrapped around a movie tray, a movie stand or whatever, tower. And the tower is like taped to the wall so it can't move. So I need like an official setup, like a tripod and all, and the whole shebang, and that'd be cool. But one day, one video at a time and one paycheck at a time, really. So this is getting wrapped up, actually, so I need to end this really quick. I've got another voiceover coming, and as soon as I get to it, I'm gonna do it. It's not as good as this one, but it's good. But anyway, this is over. I'll see you guys later. See ya.